So are we gonna go live or what? All right, guys. Hey, how you guys doing today? So today I'm gonna do a new video. I made a video yesterday, but it accidentally got I accidentally deleted it. But today's video is basically I'm gonna talk about a couple factors. I'm gonna give you the actual keys to manifest your desires. I'm gonna talk about the scientific part, how everything works to create your desired reality. And we're also going to talk about the creation process. We're going to talk about what law of attraction is, why it doesn't work for some people. And I'm also going to talk about the brain, your neuroscience, how your reality is created. And I'm going to give you the actual keys, the tools to manifest your desire or to create, the life that you want to live or the life that you desire to live. All right. And so that's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to give you the clues. First thing, let me begin. Let's talk about what reality is, or what you perceived your reality to be. Okay, so basically, reality is signals or photons. We call them light emitted photons from particles, and these particles go through your brain. And there's a part in your brain called your vision cortex. And these particles, just making it short, it goes into your brain, it goes through your retina, and it turns into electrical signals and travels to your neurons, and then go from your brain. It projects out an image to what you're seeing, and your five senses, you're seeing, you're hearing, you're touching, you're smelling. When you touch the perceived object, that is what reality basically is. Okay, so that is what reality is. Reality, all reality is are electrical signals, impulses that travel from your brain and is projected out into your perceived world, and you experience your reality through your five senses, which are also through your brain. All right, so I want you to keep that in mind. And then the next topic, we're going to continue on that. So that is how the reality is created, and once you have that concept down, it'll become a lot easier. So the next thing I want to touch on is I want to talk about what is detachment and allowance. Okay, detachment, allowance, and then we're going to talk about the superconscious. Basically, the superconscious is another level of consciousness, and I'll get into all that to you. But just so you can recap and know what your reality is. So your reality is created through your brain, and you see everything from inside out. So you don't see from outside in. All right, so that means the small particle, small part of your brain is known as the vision cortex, and that's where it perceives your reality to come out. All right, now let's talk about creation. How is it created? What is creation process? The creation process basically starts in your brain or in your mind or in your consciousness. Let me say is this though. The law of attraction, it is not the creator of reality. Okay, we have a lot of people, millions, even they get misled about the law of attraction. The law of attraction is just a force that brings your desires to you. Okay, so let's see what we have. So we have reality is created, is perceived outwards by photon light image. You perceived it, you touch it with your five senses, and the brain tells you it's real. That is reality. And then the law of attraction is the force that brings it out to you, and you experience it as a perceived reality. So, all right, let's continue. So next thing we want to talk about is what is the universe? How is it? How is everything created? How is everything that you see become what you see? So the universe runs on four dynamic energy principles, okay? And these four principles are this: you have energy, you have magnetism, you have frequency, and you have vibration. Those are the four energetic or dynamic forces that govern the universe. When I say govern the universe, that governs everything, including you, me, everything that you see, everything that you feel, touch. They're all related, and they're all have connection to these four forces. Okay, so we have that. Now let's talk about me and you. What are we? Okay, so before we continue, what are we? Let's talk about some physics. I'm going to get into some quantum mechanics, but I'm going to keep it very simple so you guys can understand the concepts. So quantum mechanics basically is the study excuse me, the study of the smallest particles of matter. We refer to them as subatomic particles, and these particles are what everything is made from. Everything is created. These particles create matter. Well, all matter is a tangible object you can feel, that you perceive. These matter create everything, you, me, and everything, cars, houses, everything. These are all created from subatomic particles. The reason why things look differently, like a car would look like a car, a house would look like a house, or a table would look like a table, is because these subatomic particles, they're all just arranged in different composition. They form different compositions to create different images and so forth. All right, so that is how the universe works. Okay, so we have, I'm gonna go over again so you guys can get it, because the reason is this is important. You see, once you have a concept or a scientific concept to see how things really work, then guess what? Your mind will believe it more, or it will enforce that belief system that, hey, this is all real because look at the science. And that's the key. That's what you want to have, because your reality is created by your paradigm or your belief system. So I'm giving you the scientific keys to the experiments or the scientific facts. These are not opinions. These are scientific facts. And you're free to look these up, because information is free. The internet is free. These are all scientific facts. So we talk about how reality is created. You perceive from inside your brain out. These photons are emitted through light particles. They create electrical signals. Electrical signals go into your brain. Your brain interprets these signals as an image, puts it out. You experience them through your five senses: feeling, touch, hearing, seeing, tasting. Okay, that is your reality. Then we talk about the four universal energetic dynamic forces that the universe is comprised of: energy, vibration, frequency, magnetism. Okay, so we have that. Now we'll talk about the subconscious, the mind, the real creator. When we talk about law of attraction, how law of attraction is just a force that brings everything to you. So let's talk about the creation, the real creation process. So the real creation process takes place through what is known as consciousness. Consciousness governs everything that you can possibly think of, ever will think of, or ever will be. Okay, that is consciousness. Okay, so a lot of you guys have been on this journey for a long time. I know you guys watch a lot of law of attraction stuff, and maybe it hasn't worked for you guys, and a lot of people it hasn't worked for. The reason why it hasn't worked and it will not work is because it's not applied right. You are not aware of how your reality is really created. Okay, so who am I to give you this information? What do I know? Okay, I'll tell you about myself. So I manifest things. I am good at manifesting reality. I create my own reality. And I started doing this through the lottery. In 2015, I made $90,000 in lottery winnings with manifesting lottery winnings. I didn't spend a lot. I spent $2. 2016, I made 60 grand alone. Um, every year, I'm at my local lottery office at least 3 to 4 times a year, claiming a lot of top prizes. This very car that I'm sitting in right now, I'm touching the steering wheel. This was my dream car that I manifested. It is a BMW M3 coupe sports car. I manifested this very car. And look, I'm touching the tangible object here. So I know a little bit about manifestation. And so I'm going to teach you guys how to do this, how to become a money man, how to create your desired life. And I'm going to teach you how, step by step, how to do it. And you will start to manifest a house, a car, the money. You will just be an abundant manifester. Okay, so here we go. Let's refer back to the science part. Let's talk about these subatomic particles again, quantum physics, because once you can understand quantum physics, okay, yes, yeah, people will judge and understand, but that is why I use the science, and you show them how everything works on that quantum level. So let's go back to the quantum physics. So we know these elementary particles, they create our reality. They are known as atoms, electrons, they have protons, they have a nucleus, they circulate, they orbit. All right? So these are the building blocks of everything of our reality. Your reality, my reality, everything that you can perceive are the building blocks of these atomic particles. And so scientists, what they did, they dissected these particles to see what they're actually made of. And when they discovered and they dissected these particles, they found out these particles are just pure energy in essence. That's all they are. They're strings of energetic vibration, never at rest. So, in essence, in reality, the truth is We are all energy at the core. Everything is energy. You, me, at our core. If you strip our body down, take the bones, the cells, the bones, the blood, everything down, it will be comprised of a small ball of vibrating energy particles. That is what we are in the core essence. That is how your universe, and that's how your reality is created. So now that we know that we're energy, what is energy comprised of? Energy it vibrates, it has a frequency, it oscillates, it goes in and forth. So now that's the key. Now you know that. So everything is energy, and energy has a certain vibrational frequency. That is key. Now, how do we convert this frequency into the house, the car, the lottery check, the money? How do we do that? Okay, you do that now through neuroscience, which is the study of the mind. And now we know that the brain or the subconscious is the creator. First of all, let's talk about your mind. Your mind consists of three phases. You have a conscious mind, then you have a subconscious mind, and you have a middle part of your mind, what is known as the critical faculty. The critical faculty is the part of your mind, it's the middle guy. It is known as the gatekeeper. It basically processes information. I'll give you an example how the critical faculty works. So I sit here today and I said, in my conscious mind, I said, I want to make $2 million now. That information will goes to the critical faculty. The critical faculty will decide if this information that I'm putting through is believable or not. If it's believable, it will go through the subconscious, and the subconscious will then start to create that into your life. So that is the critical faculty. It takes what you say from your conscious, and even if you believe it in your conscious part of your mind, if it doesn't pass that gatekeeper or the critical faculty, you will never achieve it. Okay? So that's why it is important to believe or to get past the gatekeeper. So we have the conscious, the critical faculty, and then we have the subconscious. All right. There's a part of your mind known as, and it is this part of your mind is in is a conscious part. You have an ego. An ego is basically the part of your mind that has reason, rationale. It dreams, it imagines, it creates. It is a part of you that has an awareness of who you are. But the ego is also the part that is detrimental as well, because the ego thinks it knows it all, and the ego likes to be worshipped. It likes to be flattered. It has a concept that it knows everything, and the ego has doubt, fear, worry, and lack, because it only can work. Conscious mind is limited. Your conscious mind can only work from the things it's known in the past to the things it thinks it can predict in the future. That is all the conscious part of your mind know, and that's how it relates. And the conscious part of your mind doesn't like change. It likes to keep things the way it are, even if it's detrimental to your progress, to your progression. All right, that is known. That is what the conscious part of your mind does, the egotistical part of your mind. So the key is we got to get beyond the ego. So now let's talk about the subconscious. Subconscious part of your mind is connected to what is known as source energy, or this infinite quantum field of quantum particles. And these quantum particles are what is connected to source energy, or God, the I am. When we say universe, we're saying God and the universe. When I say God is universe, when we say universe is God, they're intertwined. There's an intelligent designer and creator of these quantum particles. Here's a key point. These quantum particles actually have intelligence. Scientists have done experiments through what is known as a double slit experiment. And what they figured out is that these particles exist in a plane known as waves of possibilities, or quantum duality in the scientific term. What quantum duality basically means is that these elementary particles, they can exist in two states at once, meaning they can exist as a possibility. Possibility basically means that everything or anything that you can think of that has not been thought of yet, or anything that possibly exists, is already there in every form. So that means whatever you want, whatever your mind can conceive, it already exists in the possibility realm. So what you want to do is you want to take that possibility realm and create it into an actuality, which is an experience, or hence manifest the car, the money, the lottery winnings, the house, the thing. That is what you're doing. So when you manifest things, when I manifested this car, when I manifested the money and the lottery winnings, all those things, what I did, I took from the quantum possibility, and I changed those particles into an actuality, and I did that through my consciousness, or your subconscious mind, and I'm going to show you how to do that. And the law of attraction was just a force that brought everything to me. Okay, the law of attraction doesn't create it; it just brings it to you. It's a force similar to gravity. Actually, gravity and the law of attraction are like this: they're intertwined because it pulls, it attracts. So the first key is this. So now we know the subconscious mind is the creator. Subconscious mind is a mind of habit and repetition. So what goes in through the conscious, it gets by the critical faculty, the subconscious will believe it, and it will start to create it. Because all creation is these quantum particles or matter. You just is your perception or your view of it. So once you can think it and you can feel it in your mind and your soul, then guess what? It produces and it becomes an actual tangible event or a proceed that you can proceed. So the first thing is this. We all have what are known as limiting beliefs. Limiting beliefs are subconscious wealth blockers, I like to call them. They are the beliefs that limit you from your full potential. They stop you from your destiny. Let me first say this. Everybody on this planet were born to be prosperous. You were created for abundance. That is your natural birthright. Okay? You have to. That is what you were created for. Let me flip back to the quantum particles. So I talk about these particles have intelligence. So scientists started to observe the particles. Scientists noticed that when they observe these quantum particles, the particles behave in the way the scientists expected them to behave. Instead of behaving as waves, they've behaved as a possibility or an actuality. But when the observation stopped, these particles went back to their natural state of being waves of possibilities. So, consciousness. Your mind has influence or domain over these particles. So when you're observing something, a particle or anything, it will behave in accordance to your expectation. That's what it's the simplification of that. That's what that talks about. So now you know that. So now that you know you have power over the creation with your mind, with your subconscious, how do you do it? Well, first thing you have to do, you have to eliminate those limiting beliefs. And you have to do that with what is known as brainwave affirmations, binaural brainwave affirmations. These affirmations have to use what is known as alpha, gamma, theta, and beta brainwave frequencies. These frequencies are more active when you're in a sleep state or in a hypnosis state. That is a relaxed state. And that's why you use these affirmations while you're sleeping, because the brain, while you're sleeping, is in a state of alpha and theta. It's the highest energy frequency, and it can pick up and it can put these information in, and it get passes the critical faculty, the gatekeeper. It'll bypass the gatekeeper, and it goes into your subconscious, and it'll start to program it. And you have affirmations for wealth, for confidence, for winning the lottery, for everything. And these are what I used when I began my journey into consciousness. I did my research. I did the quantum physics. I'm always into science, so all these things fascinate me, and I started studying them, and I started studying neuroscience, the brain, and everything, and I started putting together. Bam! It just started magic. I started manifesting anything I want: money, car. I manifested my condo, and all this is through my consciousness, and that's what I'm going to show you how to do. So the first step is you have to remove those limiting beliefs with those affirmations. Okay, so once you remove those limiting beliefs, then your mind is what is known as prime now. Now it can begin the manifestation. And how you manifest, remember now, we talk about reality. It's perceived from inside out. So you have to start to use visualization. Visualization basically means seeing what you desire in your mind, and then guess what? It will be mirrored back or projected out to you from the universe. So how do you do visualization? Very simple. Just imagine what you want your life to be, what you desire. If you desire to win a lottery check or have $1 million or $2 million or the car or whatever, all you have to do is use what is known as end thinking. Skip the beginning and go right to the end. It gets the manifestation a lot faster. So see yourself already in the lottery office with the check, but keep a specific amount, because the more specific you are, the universe will deliver at a faster rate. So be very specific. Have the amount you want on the check. Even have the clothes you expect to wear. Or a person you're going to bring with you, see them there with you. And you go into the office, smell how the office smells. That is how you project a reality. So once you start to see that in your mind, a thought creates it, and it goes into your mind, then it starts to create. Here's the third key. Emotion is the tipping point to create reality. Look at his emotion as the gas in a car. Okay, you have the engine, which is the subconscious. The emotion is the fuel. It starts the engine, it starts those pistons to rotate and do the revolution, and the car begins to move. So emotion is the key to create your, basically, the more you feel it's real in your mind, the faster it projects out into your reality. Okay? Yes, you can record your own voice affirmations. I do that myself. I use my own voice. That is actually better, more effective, because your subconscious will even pick that up even more because it's your own voice. Um, but you have to find a way to incorporate that with the affirmations that use the theta, beta, and alpha brainwave frequencies. I would suggest you do your own recording after you've deprogrammed from those limiting beliefs, and then you can use those programs, because then everything goes and will be believable. Okay. All right. So let's continue. So now we know the subconscious creates your reality. Now we know the emotion creates the reality. What brings it to you now? Let's talk about the law of attraction. The law of attraction is a universal force similar to gravity. What law of attraction basically means? It means like frequency attracts like frequency. So when you see something in your mind and you start to project it, and you start to feel it, you start to do your visualization, you got the deprogramming complete with the affirmations, then what happens now, that's when the law of attraction comes into place. The law of attraction now will go out, it will find the frequency that you're emitting, and it will attract that frequency, and they will clump, and they will manifest into your reality. Okay? Now, frequencies vibrate. So what is frequencies? The high frequencies are the frequencies you want to reach for. High frequencies are the best frequencies. They are frequencies of money, happiness, feeling good, love, the high desires. Those are high frequencies. So once you vibrate at a high frequency, you're in line to receive money. So point is this, I'll make it even simpler for you. Just feel good at all times. You don't have to think about money, but you just feel good. Once you start to feel good or have thoughts of feeling good, or the best way I want to put it to you guys is this, to always focus on the things that you want or you desire. Because once you do that, you become into, you're in a realm, you're in the realm of the high vibration frequency. And once you're in a high frequency, through the law of attraction, it has to find that frequency, and it will manifest, and it will come into your reality as a perceived reality through, of course, our five senses. Okay, so that's basically what the law of attraction is. So when you try to use the law of attraction to create, that's why it will never work, because it doesn't create. It is just a vehicle that transfers or brings it to you. The real creation is in the mind, in the subconscious. So once you start to use your subconscious, then you open up to what is known now as superconscious. Superconscious now, because you have those beliefs, you have those limiting beliefs already emitted and they're gone. Now you will have your natural given abilities or gifts of your subconscious. Some people I teach and I coach a lot on my Facebook page. It's called Manifesting Lardy Winnings Using Consciousness and Law of Attraction. If you can get access to Facebook, I'll encourage you to join the page, because I do a lot of my coaching and my teachings there, and I put a lot of notes. I can't do that too much with Facebook, but I mean, sorry, with YouTube. But through the page, I've had a lot of members, a lot of students, and they're already experiencing their natural abilities. I've had students there that have clairvoyance, they have telekinesis, they have telepathy now, because now the subconscious mind is opened up now. Guys, remember this, everything is energy. So energy always transcends space and time. You got to stop thinking of things as physical. Energy, thoughts and energy, everything is frequency. And we're all connected as a unified consciousness. That is why somebody can sit here and think about somebody right now, and that person actually calls you on the phone. Or you can be thinking about a friend and he pops up tomorrow. That is a unified consciousness. That is transcending space and time. Okay? So once you develop those abilities, like I found my abilities, I have a very keen sense to amplify frequency. I am very good at picking up energy signature. I can basically help somebody who doesn't believe. I can raise their vibration. I can help them manifest. because that is my gift. I can pick up on people's energy very good. I can actually see their energy aura. That was my gift. And that is why I'm imparting the wisdom and knowledge that I've gotten to help you. Because once you understand how the universe works and how these energy dynamic laws work, you will see that the more you put out, the more you give, the universe will bring it back to you multiplied. So the more I help you, the universe will come back and help me. And I never look for help. You never look for help from somebody you help. You just look for help from the universe. It'll bring it back to you. Once you understand these concepts. Okay, so now that is what is known as a superconscious realm. So once you develop these abilities, you will start to see them. A lot of you will have them. This will start to show once you deprogram, and then you want to open up your third eye. Your third eye is a gland. It's located right here. It's known as the pineal gland. It is a gland that controls your sleep cycle, your serotonin. That gland has the direct connection to your source energy as well as your subconscious mind. Once you open up your third eye, that pineal gland, then you start even to manifest at a faster rate, because now you are connected with source energy. You have control over these quantum particles, and then you get into a realm of what is known as quantum entanglement. Quantum entanglement is basically two elementary particles that are locked in by gravitational force or electromagnetic static. They're locked. And if you take one particle and I send it to the edge of the universe, and I have the other particle here, if I send that particle over there and I send information from that particle, this particle will automatically know. So this particle will know what that particle is doing instantly. It will transcend space and time. Now, this defies the natural laws of the universe, which Albert Einstein developed in his theory of relativity, and it stated that nothing can go faster than the speed of light. The speed of light travels at 186 miles per second, and yet these quantum particles are defying space-time. So, quantum physics shows that the real reality is the non-physical. When I say non-physical, I'm talking about the quantum world that you cannot perceive with your naked eyes. That is the real reality, because that reality transcends space and time. That is why people can have abilities that are unexplainable. They can have these connections. They can see things. They can hear things. They can think a thought. They can see the future and everything like that. And I'm going to talk about what time is in a minute to let you know. And they can perceive things happening because these are what consciousness does. You have domain power. So now you know how to do this. Then how do you start your creation? You start doing what I'm suggesting or telling you to do. You start to do your visualizations. You can do them 3 to 4 times a week. Visualization, basically you sit, you start to meditate. Meditation is very simple. All you do is you sit, you're in a relaxed state. Make sure you have free flowing in all parts of your body. So you want to be straight, and then you want to just see your breathing and see how everything comes out. Okay, that is how you meditate. And once you start to meditate, you start to listen to these affirmations, and you start to visualize, then you start to manifest, and then you manifest whatever you desire. If you want to manifest the lottery or a big lottery winning, then you start to see the end thinking. You start to see yourself already in the office, already claiming the money, already claiming the prize. Okay, so in the quantum entanglement, we talk about exactly what you see is what you get. Okay, so everybody will have a gift. Once you start to open up and these deprogram, your subconscious becomes awakening. You'll have a gift. You could be a clairvoyant. You'll have some kind of ability, because we all have it. What keeps those gifts built in and locked up is the limiting beliefs of your subconscious, and your pineal gland or your third eye being calcified through certain things. Fluoride and everything like that can calcify your pineal gland and prevents you from reaching your full potential. So now I'm going to talk about the other part now, to how to get what you desire. So we have everything. We have the reprogram, we have the affirmations, we have the visualizations, we have the feelings now, the emotions of what you want. You start to focus on it, you start to see it before it happens, then you start to act as if you have what you want in the present tense. This is why, because your subconscious mind, remember we talked, the quantum world, time doesn't exist. Your subconscious mind works in that world. So whatever's happening is happening now as far as your subconscious mind is concerned. That's why it is important to if you want to manifest anything, you have to speak as if you already have it. You have to speak in the present tense. You have to act if you want to be a millionaire, you have to act as if you're already a millionaire. You have to dress kind of. You have to start showing that aura. If you want the money, even if you don't have the money, you have it in your mind and you see it in your mind, because the universe works like this. It has to reflect, or it has to project what your dominant thought is. So if your dominant thought is being rich all the time, having money all the time, even if you don't have it now, the universe has to match it, and it's just a matter of what we call time. And it will project it, bam, and you will eventually have it. That is how the subconscious works. So you have to be in the moment. Now we're going to talk about time. So what time is? Time is just a perception that we use in our conscious mind to create a linear process of life, meaning that the sun, the moon, the planets, they rotate, the night, day. It's a form of linear communication or linear process, which a schedule, we have a fixed schedule. That's what time is. Time does not exist as far as quantum physics. The only time there is the now. That's why you always hear people say, focus in the now, the present moment. You have to focus in the now. So basically, everything that you do it in the present moment, in the now. Once you're in the now, you're in direct communication with your subconscious, because then you can pull in the information that your higher self or your intuition will give you for the answers. So if you're not in the now, if your mind is looking for tomorrow, or your mind is looking into last week, then you're not here to get the answers from your subconscious, because remember, it creates in the now. So if you want to create something or manifest something, you want to answer to this job, or where should I go to get this job? Is this job right for me? How do I manifest the winning lottery tickets? Which store can you direct me to that will take me to be in the right place at the right time to buy the winning ticket? Your subconscious mind will give you all that. And that's what it done for me. Gave me the right store to go to buy this ticket, this $2 quick pick ticket, and I won 60 grand, and I bought the car and other winnings. So that is why it's important to be in the now. Once you're in the now, you're in what is known as your point of power. Once you're in your point of power, you have all the energy needed to create. But if you're not in the now, you're not here to get it. When the subconscious comes knocking, it can't give it to you because you're not here. So that's why it's very important to be in the now. So once you start practicing that and being in the present moment and being in the now, then if you think about it, if you're in the now, if you're doing what you're doing now, then tomorrow would automatically take care of itself. And all tomorrow is a former now. Yesterday is a former now, because the mind, yesterday's memory is just stored in your mind as a perceived memory of a certain event. But if yesterday is a former now, so all you really have is now. So once you get that concept down, then the creation of manifestation becomes even easier. And now here's the final part, that when you do all the stages, and here's the part where it trips up a lot of individuals. It's called detachment, meaning letting go of your desires and let the universe handle it. And we all have the problem because of what? The ego. The egotistical part of our mind always wants to be in control, and it has to know how we're going to get this. I'll give you an example. I want to say you want to win $2 million in the lottery, or you want to have 2 million, or you have a job, you want to manifest a house, or you want to have $2 million, but you just work in a job, you're making $12, $10 an hour. And there's where the ego comes in. The ego will say, now, how are we going to get $2 million? It's not possible. We can't do it, because remember, the ego only functions limited, because it only knows from the past to the present. So if you've never made $2 million in the past, it's going to be difficult for that ego to believe it and to understand it. And that's why, even if you say that, even if you believe it in your consciousness, you know what, I am going to make $2 million. Yes, I can do it. Even though I have a job that's making $10 an hour, I will do it. I'll manifest it. Yeah, you're saying your conscious part, but guess where that information goes? It tries to enter your subconscious so it could create it, but guess what stops it? Your critical faculty, the gatekeeper. Because the gatekeeper doesn't believe it, it's not going to get past to your subconscious. Therefore, you'll be in vain trying to make it happen. That's why I use these affirmations, these brainwave affirmations. They'll sneak past the gatekeeper. They go into your subconscious, and then it starts to believe. And when it believes, then the gatekeeper believes, then your consciousness believes, and guess what? Now you're in alignment. You're on the 3 planes. And then you'll start to manifest even faster. And once you have the 3-plane alignment, as I like to call it, you become unstoppable. You become a money magnet. Whatever you desire, you will have it. Because now you're going to have you're in the world of expectation and intention. Once you get in the world of expectation and intention, you are in control of your reality. So what I'm telling you guys to start doing is now. When you start doing this, now you have to start to expect to win $2 million in the lottery, meaning have the claim form ready, okay? And I have a question here. What if we're supposed to let go and detach? Are we only supposed to visualize once we continue? No, let me finish up the detachment and the visualization. So here's how the detachment and the visualization section work. So once you visualize, once you begin, you're in the beginning stages now. You visualize. Once you visualize, you can visualize as much as you want, 5 days a week. But once you start to visualize, okay, and you see it already in your mind, then you want to do what is known as the detachment phase. Here's the detachment phase. So you want to cut your visualizations down to 3 times a week. Basically, you just want to keep the energy alive long enough. That you just want to keep it alive. That's all you want to do now. Because once you put it out there, it is created already in the non-physical as an actual event. When I say non-physical, I'm talking in the quantum world, because remember, these particles exist as waves of possibilities, and once you put that frequency out, your frequency will match it, and it already created as a actual event. What takes it to manifest is known as time. But remember, the universe doesn't have time. So as far as you know, once you put the thought in there, the frequencies has already matched out in the quantum world. And what we perceive as time is what takes it to come. So that's why this where time comes. That's why you have to persist. You cannot stop, because it's already created. The universe is put is working in a complex part or complex area, which uses cause and effect to bring it into your reality. So that's why it's easier now for you to become detached. So detachment basically means this: put it out, let it go, just go on with your business. That's it. But expect it. I'll give you an example of detachment. So I know tomorrow the sun will rise. I'm 99% sure of that. So what do? I relax and I continue living in the now, doing what I need, doing what I have to do, but knowing and expecting that the sun is going to rise tomorrow. Same thing as detachment. Continue doing what you're doing in the now, knowing, expect you will get the car, you will get the money, you will get the house. It will come to you in the universe, in universal time, perfect time, which is meaning the cause and effect you will manifest. It's not going to come in your time or my time, even though we want it to, because remember, the universe doesn't work on time. It works on its own time, if so to speak. So all you have to do basically is you can do the visualization sections for 3 times a week just to keep it alive. But once it's out, it's coming. Now, so once you get detachment, the final phase is allowance. So what detachment means is you putting it in the universe's hands. If you don't participate, or you don't have detachment, you're creating resistance. You're creating against your own self, because you're putting resistance is a stoppage of energy flow. Means you have lack and doubt. You doubt the universe can do it. Guys, remember this: the universe created us, so it has more infinite knowledge than our conscious. Remember, we use our conscious minds every day. So you have to go beyond your conscious now and get into your subconscious. That's where the faith and the trust and the intuition comes in. And that's where you have to leave this conscious part, this egotistical part of your mind, and let the subconscious work its ways. And the subconscious will work its ways by giving you the nudge. It'll give you the feeling when to act and where to be. It'll put you in the right place at the right time to meet that person, to meet this guy, to meet the business, to get everything that you desire. So that's what you do when you detach. You just let it go and let the subconscious work. And now you get into allowance. Allowance basically means you now allow yourself for your desire to come into you or to manifest. And what allowance is the same as detachment. Basically means you expect it and you have the intention that it's going to happen. So what do? You continue with your life in the present moment. But you know and you expect that you're going to be the millionaire. You're going to have the lottery check. You're going to get the house. You're going to get the car. Excuse me. And once you do that, the process is complete. And now you just wait and it'll manifest into your life as a tangible event. I want to talk about another point. So if you want to manifest, say, the lottery, well, you have to take some action. You have to go buy a ticket. It's not just going to come. If you want to manifest a house, you got to take some action. You got to look at the house you want. You got to see the house. You got to take pictures of the house. You got to see yourself in the house. You want to manifest a car, I suggest you go to the dealer. You don't have to test drive the car, but physically touch the car, physically sit in the car, hold the steering wheel, because once you do that, the process creates an expedited effect within your subconscious, because now your subconscious sees the physical object it perceives, it believes it is even real, and now it has to match it and bring it into your thing. So here we go. So we did all those steps, and we know the law of attraction is the force that brings it. Now we're going to talk about the signs to let you know that they're on their way or it's happening. And these signs come in the form of what is known as synchronicity. Synchronicity is mathematical probabilities and concepts of numbers the universe used to communicate with us. They're known as angel numbers. Those are the numbers that the universe will talk to you through. And once you understand the language of synchronicity, then you even become a better or a faster manifester. You start to manifest easily and abundantly. I'll give you an example of synchronicity in my life. The universe will start to use people, places, and events to bring what you desire to you. Let's use an example for me. I started this process with the lottery. So I started manifesting a lot of lottery winnings, and I started teaching on the Facebook group. I started coaching and showing everybody how to win big money in the lottery. We don't have to buy a lot of tickets, all by using your consciousness. So that is my predominant thought. So remember, the universe matches what your predominant thought or feeling is. So my feeling is I'm into the lottery. I always see myself winning a lot of money. I always expect to win a lot of money, and it always happens. I always end up winning a lot of money, 10, 15, 12, 60,000, 22,000, and so forth, 1,000 here, there. So it always happens. So what happens now, because that is my dominant thought and my dominant feeling, the universe now revolves around my reality, and it'll bring things to me in that form. And I'll give you an example of how that works. So I have a member within the group that I coach, and she emailed me and she said to me, I started doing the affirmations and everything, but then I stopped because I got scared, because I started seeing people in other places. I was viewing a guy by his name. That is known as remote view, and that is a superconscious ability. And so she can actually see things already happening, or perceive things like that. She got scared, and I told her, well, you have to continue, because that is your natural ability. And she said, okay, she agrees. She remember when she was 13 years old, she used to do it, but she got scared. But now she's accepting it. And so she emailed me and said, hey, I seen a number, and it was number 89. Can you tell me what it means? It was an angel number. So I went ahead and looked up the number for her, and I gave it to her, and I told her what it meant. And I didn't think anything of it. I went to sleep, and I had a dream of that same number. And so now that I know the language of the universe, I started to process it. Okay, if this number is for her, why am I dreaming it? Now the subconscious communicates to you through dreams. So anyway, I see the number in my dream, and I said, okay, I didn't go. So I continue with my day. So I'm driving, doing my daily things, and the numbers started following me everywhere. I would stop at a stoplight. The car directly in front of me, the license plate would be S89. There's a car behind me, S89. I go get a coffee. My receipt would be $2.89, 89.89. So instantly, I knew the universe sent her to send that number to me, so that number was supposed to be from me. Okay? All right? So here's how synchronicity works now. So now that I know the number is from me, so I asked the universe, I said, hey, what am I supposed to do? Should I play this number? It's 89. And I said, give me a confirmation and let me know to play the number. Okay? So I go to a gas station. I started to get gas. As soon as I said that confirmation, 3 cars, one on each side of the pump, one on the right, one on the left, one in front of me. I was in the middle pump. All 3 cars had the license plate number S89, T98, which is box 89, V89. Instantly, I knew the language. I had to go play it. Synchronicity. I go into the store. I had $10 cash. I put $10 down. In Florida, we have play 2, play 3, play 4. I go in the store. I put $10 on it. I came out. The number came out Friday the 29th at midday when I went, and I won $1,200. Synchronicity. Here's another example that happened to me with synchronicity. I met a gentleman that I used to work with. Told me, hey Mark, my mom had a dream. She seen 353, and she said, tell the guy who plays the lottery, which is me, 353 likes you. It's like, okay, so I have to play 353. So I went to play 353 one day. It didn't come out. The next day, I said, okay, maybe it'll come out in the evening, because there's 2 draws. So I'm on the I-95. I'm driving now, right? So the midday closes at 1:30 and it's 12:40. And I'm driving on I-95 because I was going to play that number in the evening. All right. And I went, yeah, did you share with the girl you met? Well, she's in Norway. So it's for, I talked to her about it. So they use euro money over in Norway. Um, so anyway, I tell you this story. This story is good. So I go to I'm driving on I-95, okay, and it's 12:40. The play is at 1:15, and I'm driving a car. It immediately pulls up next to my car, in front of my car, like literally cuts me off, and the license plate on the car was VT353S something. Pulls. What are the odds of that happening on I-95 at all? 353. I understand the language of the universe. I pulled over to the gas station and I put 15 or 20 bucks in the play 3, just like that. It came out $2,363 I got. I took half that money and I gave it to the guy that told me the dream. If it wasn't for the dream or the confirmation, I wouldn't have got the money, but I gave him half of the money. But that is how synchronicity will work, okay? If you're seeing 1111, 1111 is a number. It's a high vibrational number because it has the ones. The ones are magnified twice. If you see an 1111 in your life, it is known as the dream number. It's the make-a-wish. 1111 is the universe or the angels telling you that your thoughts right now, whatever you're thinking right now, is manifesting. There is a portal of energy opened right now to be manifested. So you have to switch it. If you're thinking a bad thought, switch it because it is manifesting right now. And 1111 is a good number when you see it. It means you're in alignment. So now you're in alignment because now these synchronicities are showing up in your world. Yes, feathers is a good sign. When you see feathers, it's a positive sign of angels. Now, guys, keep in mind, your world, your existence, me and you, we are energy beings. We are not a body with a soul, okay? We're a soul inhabiting a body. Quantum mechanics prove that on a quantum level, on a scientific level, that everything is energy, including you and me. So right now, all of us, you are emitting a vibrational frequency, whether you are aware of it or not. And that frequency is out in the universe and it's matching its particular frequency and it's going to come into your world as an existence. Okay? Doesn't matter if we play and we expect to win. Listen, if you play, this is where intention and expectation comes in. This is a quick cut to manifest your desire at a faster rate. Always expect, do not hope. If you hope signifies lack, uncertainty. Remember, guys, the universe cannot give you what you already have because remember, all the money, everything is infinite now. There's no shortage of money. There's nothing like that. Listen, all the money, everything that you desire, the house, the car, remember, it's already there for you in quantum particle formation as these energy packets. And your job is to convert it with your mind and your subconscious. You take those particles from the quantum world, you bring them over into your perceived world, and you turn them into the house, the car, because that's what they're made of. So you already have the money. You already have the lottery check. You already have the $1 million in the quantum world. So that's why you must always expect. You have to always expect to win, to be successful with intent. Now, there's a difference. Expectation by itself doesn't do it. You have to have the expectation with the intention. The intention forces the gravitational field, or it forces, I would call it, say, the universal forces. It forces them to collapse that energy and bring it into you with assurance. So you have to expect with the intention to win. That is how it works for me. That is what I do every day. When I play my tickets or buy my tickets, I'll put my tickets away. Sometimes I don't get to check them for a month. But because I don't get to check them, I already know, I expect that within that packet of tickets is a winner. And that's why I don't worry. I continue with my daily things. I do what I do. And then when I check them, boom, because I always expect. And once you practice expectation with intention, you will start to win more. You will start to manifest whatever. You can expect a mate. You can expect the money. You can expect a house. Because now that you know how your reality is created and is created through your mind or through your subconscious, then you have domain over all these quantum particles. So the key for you guys is always expect, do not hope. Remember, I said you have everything on the quantum level. It exists for you in these waves of possibilities. So what that means is this. If you're saying to yourself, I need more money. I need. You're saying, you're signifying lack, you're signifying scarcity. The universe cannot give it to you because you already have it. And guess what? Because you already have it, you're sending a conflicting information, a conflicting signal to the universe, and then you keep getting more of what you asking for, which is need and lack. So when you say universe or I need more money, you cannot understand it because it gave you the money. It's already there on the quantum level. You just have to bring it into your reality. So start using words as I desire. Once you use desire, desire means that you already expect it, you already have it, and it's on its way. So when you say I desire to have more money, or I desire to win more, I desire to own my own business, I desire to have this car, I desire to have that, excuse me, then you're in vibrational alignment, right? And when you start to say, don't start to say I spend so much money. All right, when you use spend is saying that you're giving it away, it's not coming back. Start to say I circulate. I'm circulating money here, because when you circulate, it comes back to you. See, your words are energy. Remember, everything is energy. A thought, words, everything has energy, and guess what? It has its vibrational frequency match according to quantum mechanics and quantum physics, and it's proven in the lab, and that's how the creation process works. So the law of attraction, guys, it doesn't create, it brings it to you. So when you hear people say the law of attraction, I'm doing the law of attraction, stop them and show them this video. Let them see how the reality is created. And once you start this process, it will start to manifest for you. Your life will start to change. Those expectations now will start to come into your life. You'll start to gravitate. The people, the places, the situations will start to come into your reality, and you will start to experience abundance. And remember what I said earlier, you guys, all of us were created for this. That's why we're given free will. When you have free will, means you have a choice, you have a decision. You can create exactly what you can create, a life of prosperity and wealth. You can live in a life of lack, worry, and frustration. But the universe, it gives it to you. Your natural born state is prosperity. Okay? What happens is we were negatively programmed from growing up, and I don't even think society knows what they were doing, but these negative programs from the media, from your friends, from your family, they implanted those negative or limiting beliefs in your mind. You grow up with the assertion that money is scarce, money is hard to make, you have to work hard to make money, you have to know somebody who's rich, or somebody, you have to be richer. That is all not true. You can create it yourself. I do it. Look, you can do it yourself. You don't have to rely on anybody. You create your own reality, because now you have the keys. The keys is your subconscious mind. Once you get that program, and once you remove those limiting beliefs, you're on your way. And basically that's it, guys. So I want to talk about the keys. Let me just do a quick review. You want to do the affirmations to deprogram those limiting beliefs. You want to do the visualizations. You want to put a little bit of meditation in there. Then you want to put the feelings in it, meaning act as if, feel you already have it. You want to focus in the now, live in the present moment. You want to detach, meaning that you expect it to happen and you let it go. Then you want to allow yourself, meaning that you now have the intention and you expect to win. So you continue with your life, do what you're doing, but you know with intention and expectation it's going to happen. Now the universal forces are working through the law of attraction. The frequency, it'll find its right, it'll find its vibrational match, it'll bring it, it'll attract it, and it'll come into your reality as a perceived reality. All right, so those are the tips, and I'll make another video. If you have any suggestions, let me know. And I just want to touch on one more quick point. The universe will use the synchronicity. When you see the synchronicity, it means you're on point, you're on target. And it also will use the confirmation, okay? Confirmation will be the key. It will bring people, places, and certain events to bring it into your life, okay? So confirmation is the key, meaning that somebody, if you want to say you want to win a lottery of $2 million and you haven't told anybody, if you're at work, you will hear somebody saying to you, hey, did you hear about this guy that won a lottery? Or, hey, this guy's doing this and that. The things that you desire, people will start to say it, and you start to hear it from different places. In the media, on the television, on a billboard, somebody on a music, you hear your favorite song. Those are all confirmations, and the universe will use people, places, and events to bring you your desires. And that's where your subconscious intuition comes in. Your intuition will be the key. It will nudge you. It will give you the right time to act. So all you have to do is focus, let go, and expect. Use the visualization. Use the affirmations. you'll start to see results. Okay? Thank you, guys.